Good evening, guys. Welcome back. We have another product in today from AudioControl. Thanks again to the guys at Elan Systems for sending this through. They collected the other stuff that I did the demos on, and they sent me this. This is AudioControl's Rialto 600. This is a compact high power amplifier with an audiophile DAC. Actually says that on the box. Compact high power amplifier with a audiophile DAC.
Okay guys, just a quick add-on. As I was sitting editing the video, I like to sometimes just go through some of the websites, this being AudioControl's website, and to just see if I did touch on all the topics. I like to do my videos a bit differently, but just some of the spec, and this is an interesting thing I found. So the Rialto 6000 breakthrough compact high power amplifier DAC. So they are bargaining on that DAC. It is a very good DAC on board. So what they state here is what they're trying to do is dramatically improves audio quality and performance from all local zones, and act as a perfect solution to upgrading the performance of TV setups, digital audio systems like Sonos or HEOS and others. So they are aiming this as a higher end solution, adding it on to a Sonos or a HEOS like I did in the video, and it does improve it. It might be a bit of a cop-out to sort of say it's an improvement to other streaming solutions as to not having their own. I really still think they need to have their own, but this is how it's being marketed. 2x100 at 8 watts, 200 watt by 4 watts. All the spec I will add in the video now, so you guys can see all the spec. But that was interesting for me, and I just wanted to touch on that is how they are marketing it. And it is better. The DAC on board is a really good DAC, high quality, much higher than you would get on the Sonos HEOS. And I'm going to throw a Blue Sound in there as well, because Blue Sound is also marketed as a step up above Sonos or HEOS. I still feel this DAC is better, but they do need to partner with some sort of streaming amplifier section on their stuff, and it will be the ultimate affordable. I know it's going to add to the price, so it might make this like 40k, but it's still less than like an NAD M10, and I feel the audio quality is better. Okay, on with the video.
Most included. So this is more along the lines of your Blue Sound or your Sonos, but it does not have the streaming. So the way they advertise this is to get more power. So if you have any of those units and you want compact, higher power systems, this is what this is aimed for. I see this as a bit of a missed opportunity straight off the bat. Why not add your own app integration and streamer onto this and have your own standalone solution? And that was my same gripe with the AudioControl receiver I had. Brilliant unit, best unit I've ever heard. Just misses that streaming DAC. So hopefully sometime down the line, they can partner up with someone to bring in some sort of streaming app control that will take their products to a whole new level. AudioControl, if you guys are listening, I guarantee you, your sales will skyrocket, because the only reason someone might choose something like a Power Node or something over this is because of the streaming capability. I know this is a lot more power. Let's talk about power. 100 watts by 2 at 8 ohm. 200 watts by 2 at 4 ohm. And you guys ready for the kicker? 400 watts monoblock. So you can take two of these and monoblock them to 400 watts by 2. This is also stable to down to 3.6 hertz. So they're trying to tell you this can drive any speaker, no matter how demanding the load. We are going to test that. I want to test this on the corn walls, on all my bookshelves, and then we're going to give them some mighty loads. We do the Monitor Audio Studio, we do the Bowen Wilkins 703. Those are the two most demanding speakers I have. and they're going to put a load onto this. But if they are claiming that it has the power, what better to do than to test it? So let's get into that. How do you guys like my nice little unboxing stands? Talking about the stands, if you guys want stands, these are our in-house stands that we make. They are acoustic designed, so there's no real flat edges. Well, you got flat edges, but they are angled. Also gives a new modern, everyone says like a PlayStation vibe with the structure. If you guys are looking for affordable solution, $1,500 for a set. White, black, I have all different colors. Hit me up if you guys need a set. I will sort you out. Okay, back to this. Let's open the box. Let's put the box on one side, and I can put the units stuff on the other side. So first off, we have an included optical cable. We have AudioControl, making good sound great. This is a little booklet of the units itself. There's some warranty information. Maybe I might tell you what else you can get from them. Just different ways of setting up. And look, they actually have them shown with a set of Bow & Wilkins. So they are meant to drive heavy loads. Here we have them with some smaller subset systems. Yeah, so you guys can go through all of that and read through that. So that is all of that in that booklet. Then we have supplied power cable, supplied power cables. They give both the EU and the US. It goes to the side. On the side we have the supplied remote. So you have, this is nice, it has volume up and down and stuff. Some power amps normally don't have that. So this can be used as a standalone power amp with volume control if you don't have any way of controlling your volume. And you got your 3 sources, you got headphones, so it's got a headphone amplifier as well, mute, and the AQ bass on the audio controls. And I must say, that is the thing I was the most impressed about on the receiver, is the bass. I've never heard bass with a 480 like that. So I'm hoping this gives us that same feel. Let's see, how's this thing in here now? Okay, the plastic actually goes around. So this is a white unit. It just slides out. Okay, slide that out. Very small and compact. Very much Blue Sound-esque. Blue Sound-esque, Sonos, but you can see the build quality is to a much higher level. Let's bring this closer. Close and personal to this unit. So it's got a white industrial finish, very nice. Look how it blends in with the stand. You got your headphone LED indicator there, power indicator. Well, that I think is the power indicator. I don't know what the other indicator is. We have your source select 1, 2, and 3. Let's wipe those off. At the back, let's turn it around. We have a hard power on off, a voltage selector, 2-prong power cable, very nice binding posts. Man, I see some amps with some shoddy binding posts. These are beautiful. We also have your connector here for your custom install connections. Here at the bottom we have flip switches for high gain, analog, digital, volume defeat, bridged. So all of those selectors are on there. 2 optical inputs. What else is there? There's a headphone in, bridge mono out, IRs. Geez, they really gave you a hell of a lot of options here. And that is what AudioControl does. It is a custom install solution. Man, if they just did a streaming on this. Now again, I'm new to AudioControl, so I don't know if they have done a streaming unit, and maybe this is just the power unit. So I'm going to sit down now, read up a bit more, and then I'll also link in if you do get a streaming unit, power unit combination, which for me would be an absolute winner. But let me go and check on that. We'll get into the testing of this next. Hi guys, welcome back. So this is the second part of the AudioControl Rialto that we are testing. And I found a very nice way to integrate this unit into your existing system. As you guys know, this is a small little integrated amplifier, but it does not have all of the nice streaming capabilities. It's not a streaming amplifier as you get with all the latest tech. So my advice to AudioControl will be to do that. Guys, partner up with someone that can add streaming onto it. You'll double your sales, I promise you. What this unit does do, it does very well. The audio quality out of this is good enough to partner up with this, for sure. Again, as the same with the receivers I tested, the power ratings they give are very underrated. This thing has some power. I drove a lot of speakers, including the Bauer and Wilkins. It drives them. Obviously, a big Rotel or something is going to give you more power, but the control it has, maybe that's in the name, audio control. The control it has over the power that it does is just so well balanced. Think of this as a car. You can buy yourself a BMW, you can upgrade the turbos and all of that stuff. Somewhere you're going to have to do the suspension and the brakes. Where if you buy something like an M3 BMW, it's all already there. Yes, there's faster cars and there's better handling cars, but the package comes together and it just works oh so well. So let's get into how you can implement this and then have all of the features that this does not have. If you have an existing amplifier, a Morne Cinema 40, 50, the older Morances, the Denon 3700, 3600, 3800, those are all 9-channel onboard amplifiers, but they are 11-channel capable. So my advice will be add this unit to your front stage, out, and then run that to your fronts. So when you put your receiver on, this will trigger and it will play as you would normally. But if you want to listen to stereo music, you can just go on and activate and listen to stereo, do the streaming that way. The way I have this set up now is a bit different. I'm using the Zone 2. Because I already have the Morans, so that's all full up. But I'm using the Zone 2 out. So how I would do this to show you guys, let's get closer. Maybe I can sit here to the side. Okay, so I would go HEOS. Where are you, HEOS app? Open my HEOS app. I would go to my rooms. This is on my Cinema 50. I would go Zone 2 on. Switches on. I would go to my music. Let's just do, I need to do royalty free. Otherwise, play now. There we go. As you see it powered on, and obviously you can now up and down the volume on that as well. Yes, it's quite high, but that is on its default mode, so you can go much higher if you want. But just listen to the sound quality. Just going to look for the remotes. I want to up this volume some more. Here is the little supplied audio control remote as you guys saw in the unboxing. Oh, you know what's nice about this? I forgot to touch the AccuBass. It ups the bass on whatever. So on some speakers, now you need to be careful with the AccuBass. Let me stand back here. So I played around with this and it's very nice. Let's say you're listening to a set of bookshelves. at low volumes, but the bass is not there. You go to the AccuBass and it goes through certain settings and it just gives that speaker bass. What you need to be careful of is then when you go up into the volume, you can get to the limits of that speaker very quickly. So be careful with the AccuBass feature, but it is insanely nice. It is the nicest feature I've had on any integrated. Normally you need to go up into the bass volumes and then it starts sounding bloated, where this doesn't. It really brings that bass out and it sounds the way it needs to sound. It just, I don't know how it does it, but it's brilliant, brilliant. Best feature. I almost forgot about that. And then also on here, you got your headphones, you got your 3 different inputs, your headphones. Very basic remote, but it works. So let's go into this. I'm going to do the AccuBass on and off so you guys can hear. Let's do that. Okay, so this will be AccuBass off. Okay, now we're going to turn the AccuBass on. Now there you can hear we went too much on the AccuBass. So I'm going to go 1 or 2 back. So listen how it sorts itself out. So how cool is that, guys? So you can listen to your favorite stuff and then go up and down on that AccuBass. So many times I've listened to kits and I listen to them on flat and then I just want a bit more bass and I'll up the bass and it starts sounding boomy. This doesn't sound boomy at all, but you will get to that level where I went now and I went up to like the maximum AccuBass and you can start hearing there's a bit of distortion. So just dial that 1 or 2 back. And it's for every song you can just take a remote to go up and down according to your taste. I use that a lot, especially on something like the Cornwall, where they are very finicky speakers, and sometimes you do feel you want more bass, so that goes up nicely. But even more so with bookshelves, listening to the bookshelves, especially the 600Ms, these boys are capable of some serious bass for bookshelves. And even my Monitor Audio Studios, believe it or not, it drove those, and they are demanding bookshelves. It must be the most demanding bookshelf I've ever tested. Just drove those, but you do get to the point where those 2 drivers can't give more bass. In comes the 600M2. Must be one of my favorite bookshelves, honestly, hands down. So I upped the bass on those. It sounded like a full range floor stander. It got to a point where it was as good as the 7s, the Clip 7s. The 9s, no. The 9s have insane bass, as you guys saw of my testing on the floor standers. But this little unit is really mind-blowing. I love it. They've been nice enough to, again, for Elan Systems, thank you for sending it, and they've not been bugging me for the unit. So I've actually been using this a lot, sitting in my office or something, just going on, switching it on. It's been primarily on the Cornwalls. I really love it. It's not an expensive unit. It is expensive when you compare it to something like a Blue Sound Power Node or one of the HEOS or the Sonos streaming amplifiers, but it is really a step above. I just wish they would have added streaming on board. Yes, you can connect, via Bluetooth or something like that, but it doesn't really have that onboard streaming capability. And it was the same with the AudioControl receiver. But I'm sure AudioControl, hopefully they watch this video, and but I'm sure in time, it's the way the world is moving. I always say these high-end companies, they are a bit slower to come up with the tech because they don't have that R&D section as much as Denon and Marantz would have. But partner up with someone like Denon and Marantz uses HEOS. So partner up with a streaming platform, a streaming onboard capability, and get that into the unit. When that gets into this unit, man, I love it. And I must say, the white fits in nicely, very minimalist look. Can't really fault this unit apart from the streaming, but otherwise, love it, guys. I hope Elan Systems doesn't bug me too soon, because I want to keep this for a bit longer. I really like it. And then they should be sending something out to me next that is actually has streaming on board, and it's the first time I've seen this implemented with streaming on board. I can't wait to get into that video, guys. It's exciting. Stay tuned for that one. Please, like always, hope you liked it. If you did like this, give it a like, subscribe, put on the bell notification so you know our future videos to come. Until the next one, guys, cheers, bye.